everyone, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and today we are going to be reviewing the Ask an Angel Oracle Cards deck by Toni Carmine Solerno. I'm going to be giving you the good, the potentially bad. I'm going to be giving it all to you. Now this deck and a couple of other decks, which I will do in separate videos when I get a little feel for those, these were sent to me for free by Jake Ryan. Hi Jake Ryan, over at Llewellyn. For review purposes. I will leave a link down below. It will most likely be an affiliate link with Amazon. If you choose to use that link to purchase a deck, if it's right for you, you will be helping me in this channel. Special shout out to Leah as well over at Llewellyn, who probably was the one who sent me the decks. I do appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into it here. First and foremost, let's get cozy, right? Because I'm going to go in on this deck. Toni Carmine Solerno, honey, I love you. I own a lot of your decks. And Toni Carmine Solerno, in my opinion, he tends to have edgier decks. Here's this one. The Magdalene Oracle. A lot of you know, I was always afraid to use the Magdalene Oracle because the artwork can be, you know, there's a lot of naked people. We're some naked people. There's a naked person. There's some naked people in this deck. But when I started using it, people just loved the energy, and it really worked well. With this deck is a little different, and it's huge. Number one, you see this big box. There you go. Again, let's see if I can kind of get that in there for you so you can see the cover. It retails, it looks like on here, US $23.95. So, as with every deck, it does come with a booklet, right? Which I've admitted in the past, I don't usually, I was going to say technically read, I kind of skim through them. I don't always read the books, which is terrible. These authors of these decks, they go to the trouble to write them. I guess we should read them. This, of course, like most books, has, you know, again, I don't know if you can see from the glare of the lamps, but it has this whole section in the front of card spreads. And what I really love about this is that I was reading through it a little bit. All the sections for the cards and the meanings of the cards, they are beautifully written, really beautifully written. What I also love is that here in the back of the book, we have a great angel dictionary, which I was so happy about. I'm like, that is so cool. Quick little reference. Because listen, anybody can sit here and say, you know, oh, you're an angel medium, you should know all the angels. I don't work with all of them, you know. I mean, the ones that I work with, I know. And if there's an angel medium out there that works with many at the same time, they'll know them too. That's one of the things that I loved about having this dictionary here, because there are some angels that, oh yeah, I know that angel. I just don't work with them very often. So there was a quick reference in the back to refresh my memory, and then I could connect to the energy of that angel. Here are the cards. First of all, Llewellyn, good on you for making them matte. There's still a little bit of a problem with the glare, I think, sometimes. See, let's test them on the lamps. Testing, testing, hi, hi, hi. So there's that. Let me get another one. That one's kind of white. Let me see where I can see back here. So when they're matte like this, and you're a YouTuber, these are the decks that you want to use, right? I think for optimum viewing, you kind of have to still angle it, but you know, I have a ring light here that's super bright. I have my filters over them, but you know, let me see if I can get a comparison. So the Magdalene Oracle is glossy. See see how that's problematic, especially if you're a YouTuber. And I would imagine decks get the most exposure from a YouTuber, right? So it really is good. I actually use this to compare. It is good to have the matte finish. Now, the other thing that I thought was really cool about this deck, of course, the artwork I understand is by Toni Carmine Solerno. In comparison to the Magdalene Oracle here, this one has a border around it, and this is sort of the whole card is the artwork. I don't know why I noticed that. I don't know why it was a big deal, but I like it. I like that there is so much color and vibrancy, and it's the whole card. It gets taken up by the whole card. Here's the back of it in case you want to know. As far as readability, let's talk about that. Readability. Could you use this deck as a beginner? Sure, but you would need to get very, very confident because it's just giving you one-word prompts. So if you are somebody, you know, let's say you're a tarot reader. Tarot cards have a lot of symbols. There's a study of tarot. So once you kind of have some of the general meanings down, then you can start getting into feeling the actual energy off the cards, looking at the symbols, seeing what pops out at you, and that's how people read. I don't think there's any words on tarot cards, right? With oracle cards, especially angel cards, it's meant to spark, and then you kind of tune in for the message. So if you have some confidence behind that, you're not going to get nervous with a client, you're not going to get nervous on your channel, or you just remember that you can edit. You know, it's not a big deal. Then yes, if you're a beginner, you could definitely use this deck. If you're somebody who's been reading oracle cards, especially angel oracle cards, for quite some time, you might find this really refreshing. There's just usually one or two words and then the angel underneath. Okay, so that gives you a lot of space to not sort of be taken in by the card itself, but rather feel the energy of it, feel the colors, feel the symbols. You know, I don't need to tell you how to do this. You know how to do that. So it's a good deck for that. In this case, this is creativity, Nathaniel. Okay, Nathaniel's all about passion, just sort of boomeranging you, not boomeranging, because that means it comes back. Never mind, scratch that. It just throws you he throws you into the future and towards your goals. And this card, creativity, you know, in connection with Nathaniel, would talk about, you know, following your passions, allowing yourself to be sort of catapulted ahead without fear, that you will find creative solutions whatever you encounter, that your creative projects are ready to take off. Yes? But here's what's interesting about this deck. Every angel medium that you talk to, we all have our different perceptions of what angel does what. And some have some, you know, and the reason for that is we have so many different sources that talk about angels, and depending on, you know, like if you pull from the Book of Enoch, you know, you're going to get a different impression, or, you know, a different religion is going to have a different impression of an angel. So that's where we have some things that they're not necessarily discrepancies. You know, I just find that they can be very expansive, and that's really what's great about this deck. Me as an angel medium, I felt like it was very expansive. There's some angels on here. I'm like, well, who's that? Okay. Like, I've never worked with that angel before. Awesome. I love this. Here's the bad. Y'all over at that publishing house, you know where I'm going. Let me find it. When I saw this, I actually saw it in the book first. I was like, oh, flag on the play. The shadow self, Samael. Raise your hand, kids, if you know who Samael is. It's a fallen angel. Why is this in here? Excuse me, why is this in here? For contrast? To balance, because we have to embrace the shadow aspect of life. I'm thinking of The Dark Crystal. You guys ever see that puppet movie? I think it was a Jim Henson movie. I'm going to tell you how it ends. These really ugly puppets, they like some of them are super light and wise and stuff, and the other ones are super like dark, and at the end they come together and they're just like one big ugly puppet that is both light and dark, and so completely wise and strong. And because the light tempered the dark, there is no pure evil. Yay, there's the movie. But if that's what you all were going for, remember, this is for public consumption. Okay, not everybody's going to know what to do with this card. Samael is a fallen angel, has kind of the dark energy. Some people be like, I'm cool with it. We're in an era where we're embracing everything dark. It's like, I think in the book it said this would be like the devil card in the tarot deck. You know, I have tarot decks in my home, and this card is in here with other angels. So it's not like this energy is going to like, it's not like some spooky apparition is going to come out of your oracle deck and come for you in the night. If it does get video, I want to see that. But I again, it was like flag on the play. This was we were going so well here. And then this, why is this here? Why you do it? It's beautiful artwork. P.S. Look at that. So you don't need to be afraid of it. I think people are going to be irresponsible with it. Because when people don't feel powerful, they might pull on darkness. Or if they're even... Let me tell you, I'm holding that up. I have a bit of a heart murmur, and my heart just skipped a beat. Forget that noise, okay? I will use this deck. That card's coming out, okay? It's coming out. I'm not going to use it. But literally, it felt like my heart just got clenched. The dark energies can't have control over you when you have the protection of the angels. And really, they have the most power when you invite them in. Okay, so I think if you're going to buy this deck, you should be aware that that card is in there. Again, people are going to argue and say, oh, well, that's just a part of life. But we have Archangel Azrael, who's not a fallen angel, who can help with transformation and dealing with the shadow aspect. Archangel Michael can help you have clarity, but in a pure way. Why the heck is he in here? I want some answers. Excuse me. Where'd he go? Oh, he snuck away. See? He's already creeping away, trying to hide because he knows I'm coming for him. But yeah, so I think in the book too, where is the book? It said something about he can help with war and legal battles or something. Listen, let me lay it down for you real quick. Let me find it. Okay. When up against seemingly this is out of the book from the deck, okay? When up against seemingly insurmountable odds and opposition, Samael can assist. For example, war, legal battles. Why would you call up a fallen angel to help you with a battle? He don't got good intentions. He's dark. Aren't you going to make more trouble for yourself? It just doesn't sit well with me. I know we have well removed ourselves from the Doreen Virtue era, which was all light and fluffy and, you know, don't tell me anything dark because I can't handle it. You know, we've evolved. It's all good. God bless Doreen Virtue. I think she made angels very palatable for people, easy to understand. I also really, really never liked how it wasn't balanced. I'm a little on the fence here. Okay. I mean, it was too far the other way. And now we just overcorrected. Toni Carmine Solerno, what's up? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that it's in there. Again, it comes down, for me, again, could I work with it? Sure, I don't care. You know, I know how to protect my energy. I'm going to choose not to work with it. I'll take it out of the deck. But what about people who just see Ask an Angel? And they get it, and they very innocently go, oh, Samael, I'm going to call on the energy of Samael. And they're laying in bed at night. They call on the energy of Samael. And this darkness comes over them because they don't get it. Or maybe they didn't read the book either. Right? So do as you will. You should be aware of that. Otherwise, do I think that this is a great deck? Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I pull a card with an angel that I actually know. Where's good old Sam? Where'd you go, Sam? Get out of here, Sam. Well, he's in there. I don't know. He snuck back in. Let's see if he comes out. Better not. Better not try me, Samael. Get going. Get out. We command you in the name of God's purest light to leave. What does everybody need to know right now from this deck? What does everybody need to know about the energy of this deck? Ooh. Oh, God, I thought it was going to be that card. I was going to be like, I'm going to leave. Forget it. The card is the Earth, Archangel Ariel. So I think the energy of this deck is very earthly. It is taking into account the light and the dark. This is not something I'm hearing. It's not something you actually have to fear, but people need to be responsible in working with this deck. And it has a very, very grounding kind of energy, which helps with people who, you know, do tend to gravitate towards the angels, to not go flying away with the idea that angels are here to basically live our lives for us. They're here to fix our lives. That is so not the case. They're here to guide us, not live for us, right? So I think that that's kind of the energy of this deck. There was another one too. Grounding, understanding all aspects of being human, grounding the people that would tend to gravitate towards angels. Got it. Coming to terms with these aspects of yourself. But Ariel is all about detoxification as well, manifestation. So bringing the angels into closer proximity to human nature. Because we, you know, once we gave in to the temptation, right, we allowed darkness to be imprinted upon us. So let's get another card. Why not? Again, like I said, they sent me 2 other decks. I'm really excited. I love this. If there's a publisher out there that wants me to review your deck, this is kind of my gig, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of loving it. Why don't I have my own? I should get my own. Beauty, Archangel Haniel. Okay, so here is a great example of what I'm talking about. I would associate beauty with Archangel Jophiel, and that could be from Doreen Virtue days, the influence of Doreen Virtue. But this is talking about Haniel, and that makes sense because Haniel is a very, like, if we want to compare her to like a goddess energy, divine feminine. I associate her with the moon. Not everybody does, but I love, 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 love this card. Can you see it? It's just gorgeous. And finding beauty in the dark as well, and knowing there's something to learn and that you can handle it. And just because you are faced with the darkness, they're giving this to me right now, just because you're faced with the darkness doesn't mean that you need to become a part of it. And I think it was Esther Hicks, who was channeling Abraham, who said that there is no real source of darkness. And when I had a conversation with George Corey, we did our live video, you should check it out on the channel. You know, he kind of came up, he was explaining this a lot better than I'm going to right now, and I've always kind of had this feeling as well, that darkness is sort of manifested by human fears. Wherever we cut out the light, you know, that's where the dark starts to fester, and it becomes this scary, I don't know, ghoul or something, but if you turn on the light, it disappears, right? It gets washed out. So my overall feeling about this deck, I'm going to have to warm up to it. Again, which is wild. I even have, like here, I have another Toni Carmine Solerno deck right here, which I've never used on my, oops, as I knock things around. I've never used on my channel, but I love it, and it's beautiful. Sometimes I buy things just for the artwork. Maybe I will start using this one on my channel, but this one, I don't know. Like I said, I got to kind of warm up to it and get used to it. I'm happy that it's a deck that will expand my comfort level with certain angels, and that I can, me as an angel medium, I can get refreshed on some of these angelic energies. So when I get familiar with those other decks, I will make separate videos. For now, we're just going to leave it there. Here is the cover once again. If you're interested, it's Ask an Angel Oracle Cards by Toni Carmine Solerno. So we're going to leave it there, guys. I'm sending you so much love, and take care.